It's folly. It upgraded another level of fall. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining.
I'm just gonna apologize now for the wind sound. How about that?
Yeah, the wind and the guineas and the goats, and there's a lot of sounds out here.
But guess what, guys? We got rain last night, and you know what that means?
We got wet?
We gotta check out our driveway and our path.
Oh yeah! As we told you, there's a ton of fines, a little powder in it. And I started to spray it down with the hose a little bit, and then I was like, nah, we got plenty of rain in the forecast. So you can see Bruno's mountain, the Bruno man. He loves this thing. Now he's gonna be a mess today. Hey, would you get that water out of there? Don't drink it, don't drink it, don't drink it,
well,
don't drink it.
Well, you told him to get it out. How do you expect him to get it out?
Sicko. But yeah, look at this. It looks a whole lot cleaner, not just like a bunch of powder. I will say though, you step on it, especially me and my big feet.
It's still a little squishy.
It's squishy. Got some paw prints going in it. We do have a little bit more rain throughout the day. In fact, there was a, National Weather Service warning about thunderstorms.
Oh, okay.
But got up this morning and apparently the radar changed. I don't know. And so it's allegedly gonna stay westish, that way of us.
So we're gonna try to beat the rain today is what we're saying.
Yeah, so I'll text Chad because he's a little west of us and he can tell me what's coming. Usually give me a little heads up.
Man, this feels nice.
It does feel nice. I can now see some of my high spots a little better because the fines have really gotten in there. So a little more work to do, but you got your garden path.
Oh yeah, I forgot you worked on that.
Gotta try it, see if it works. What do you think?
That was great. Thank you.
Sweet. Bruno man, let's go feed some goats in Hercules. Come on, let's go see him. Come. There's my boy. So handsome. I think he's fall colors with that orange collar.
So just want to take a moment to thank all of you guys who have gone over and checked out Dos Acres and subscribed and watched our videos. That is a work in process channel. And
work in progress.
Oh, work in progress.
I was going to throw that in there and let you repeat it. But yeah, you can stop and laugh at it.
Well, you know, I've already put my bloopers on that channel of me saying like, we're going to feed our pumpkins goats. So, you know, it is what it is.
I would feed some pumpkins some goats.
Anyway, thank you for subscribing, checking it out, and following us along on that channel as well. Now,
following us along.
Following along with us, guys. You know, this is why Kyle does most of the talking.
Oh, that's the only reason.
He has a lot more to say than I do.
I'm a jabberjaw. It takes me forever to get to the point. Your puppies are talking too. Oh, it's a big stretch right there. Hi, Hercules. How was last night? Did you get rained on? Are you wet? You want to play? Come out here. Let's have fun. Open the gate. Come here.
Hi, big guy. You are dry. I am pleasantly surprised at how dry you are.
Have you been staying in the shelters and in the hay? Oh, but them paws are not. Hey guys, so the looming question is, when are you gonna get Herc and Bruno out together? And I am happy to say, no, we don't have a date, but by golly, big stretches, we are so close. Everything about his mannerisms now, especially like I fed him over here last night where we normally feed him over here.
Hey,
oh,
buddy.
Those are muddy paws, babe.
Thanks, Herc.
But when there's food involved, historically, if Bruno came over, Herc would give him that little pounce at the panel and tell him like, hey, cool off. But yesterday he was eating, Bruno came over about 3 feet from him on the other side of the fence and just laid down submissively. And Herc, you're making it weird. And Herc didn't have a word to say. In fact, he paused for a moment, went over and went nose to nose with him, and his tail was wagging. So Shannon and I are constructing the plan we are gonna follow to go ahead and get them out soon. In fact, a couple nights ago.
You need to just pay attention to him for a couple minutes.
Not attention, are you, buddy? A couple nights ago, we were up in the cabin and we heard the screams of the coyotes. I told you about it. And we're trying to do better at getting a little film of it. So Shannon followed out behind me. Of course, we opened the door and just let Bruno go and do his job. But these two worked together so well. And that was the closest we've heard the coyotes from that side of the property. We know they're back here, but they don't come out into the clearing. And this deer season, one of my neighbors hit a deer, never found it, no telling if it was over there. And those coyotes were way closer to the property than ever before until Bruno and Herc did their jobs together. Good boy, Herc. Good boy, Bruno.
Did you see that rabbit?
Yeah. That's a boy, good boy. Good job, Hercules. I love you, buddy. Good boy, Bruno.
I'm so proud of you.
I just want love and scratches right now, Mom.
The crazy thing about going out with Bruno and kind of listening to him and Herc work together, there were times that I couldn't even tell whose bark was which, because Bruno is getting his big boy bark and he is really, I feel like, kind of mimicking Hercules, and he's just doing a great job. But
Very much so.
he's turning into a pretty good guard dog.
Girls, tell me something, Mama. Miss Daisy, Miss Bluesy, is the heat cycle over? It's gotta be. You guys are about 3 times quieter, maybe 4, than you have been. I was feeding last night. You know Weege, the one that Bruno's trying to rile up right now. Weege got the nickname Ouija because he's Luigi, but when he was smaller, he was like the runt of the group. Like he was kind of like the Abu over at Mom and Dad's, Grandpa Doss Farms.
Yeah.
And so we called him Ouija, little Ouija, he's just a little guy. Now, he ain't no Ouija no more. But the name sticks, because in his head, I think he's still that little guy, but he can back it up all day long. You see
You're
his
the
festive,
biggest goat we have now.
see his festive horns and nose? He's trying to Rudolph it. Oh, yep, yep, and my goatee, yeah,
Yeah, look at that goatee.
He loves the attention. But, see, he's looking at her. He's got eyes for her. That's little Miss Daisy, guys. She's our only doeling that we had out here. And this girl is sought after by all these boys when she's in heat.
She's our littlest goat.
And Big Boy says, she's mine. The weird drama is Mama will come over and get between them and say, no, sir, it's you and me, buddy. He's, oh, yeah, I forgot. But I turned around last night after I was putting hay in, and I saw Mr. Ouija making it weird with Miss Daisy.
Poor
Do that.
girl.
I'm gonna let you visualize that. We don't record, you don't need to see that, but he was a little polite about it, at least. She just held still and said, all right, come on, get at it, you know. Making it weird. That's a big size difference.
Our biggest goat and our smallest goat. Definitely a little weird.
Yeah.
Hey, Lair Bear. Look at those horns, man. Those are really growing in. You are so handsome. So handsome. You can really see the blue in your eyes today. Look at you. Pretty handsome guard dog you have here.
He's actually kind of been a mouser.
Ooh.
Yeah, when I first came in, I got to do a hay run. I'm gonna try and wait till tomorrow so it's dry. But this bale was over there against the wall, and I got to about the dog food right here, and that mouse just goes poof, right across, and that's about the 3rd time I've seen him. Well, he was in here, but that little thing moves. So he's been over here sniffing the trail, and he's trying to find it. So hopefully he'll be a mouser, or he's just stealing Herc's food. He really likes food that tastes like Herc's slobber for some reason.
Yeah, I've started even giving him his own little supply of food whenever he comes in here with me.
Like this one right here?
Yeah.
The problem is it doesn't taste like Herc's slobber. See, that's Herc's feeder. And it's got a little
You
bit
little
of...
stinker.
Hercules loves me. You know what is actually kind of important, guys, especially with these working dogs. Yeah, he's pretty domesticated, but nah, this is an indoor-outdoor hybrid guy, just like Shannon and I. Gal.
Thanks.
Yeah. And so when he eats or when he touches my beard or licks my beard, Herc will do it. They kind of go back and forth, and it's not as, in the beginning it was a possessiveness, but now it's like this, hey, both of us put our scent on him, ain't no other dog gonna take ownership. So the same is true. They're both slobber dogs, and there is now some slobber in Herc's feeder, and he will still eat it, and that's important. Are you eating mouse turds, man?
He's actually eating hay. We're going to set some mouse traps in here.
Yeah. Or I just get a barn cat and close it in here.
The whole cat idea is still on the horizon. To be real honest, I'm the one that hasn't been 100% convinced to go get a cat yet. I have no other words. I'm just not that much of a cat person. And so it's taking a little bit for Kyle to convince me to get a cat. But honestly, I have a feeling what's going to happen is he's just going to say he's going to get hay or feed one day, and then all of a sudden he shows back up with a cat. That's just how he does things, and it's okay. Tell him, little Mario. Tell him.
Did you just try to catch an oak leaf with your face?
I guess.
What's up, Koopa Loop? Oh, how about a poop factory? Not as bad as it could be. Is he whining for his little brother?
Probably.
Peekaboo.
Staying in the hay shed.
That's boy.
You sure are cute, man.
Hey, 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 hey.
You know, for a spoiled bottle baby, I would think that you would take a little bit more attention than you do.
Weeds and spruce. Whoa! Let it out, Weege. I mean, you sound like you got a...
Is that him making that sound?
That was Weege. That was Spruce. So we did finally move Larry and Harry's feeders in here. And we had to put them along this panel so that Spruce and Luigi can't bang on that panel. And it's been really nice. Herc's just having to kind of figure out the timing is changing a little bit on his feeding.
Honestly, the first day that I moved their feeders and tried it, it was really funny because Spruce sprinted through his food, came running out to get the boys' food, and then he was like, oh, where are their feeders? It was kind of funny. I felt like I got them pretty good. Tricked ya! What you doing, Miss Daisy?
That's her leaf snack area after she finishes her grain almost every day.
You're getting a little big for that area. Hey, 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 hey. Oh wait, I forgot I don't have to watch you anymore.
It's no big deal.
Spruce is like, all right, fine, I'll just get some water.
Good boy.
Starting to rain a little.
Yeah, I know. And amazingly so, we didn't lose any of this hay in these feeders through the rain. Nice, Mama. Nice and rude.
That's
yeah, it's
pretty
not,
awesome.
Like before you did this, every single time it rained, we'd come out and I'd have to throw out whatever hay was left in the feeder. They would kind of nibble on it a little bit, but they would never finish it off.
Picky goats.
Yeah, so it was just easier to give them dry hay, but man, this is very nice to have.
Yeah, even with the holes in the tarps and everything.
Oh, buddy. I felt one come in behind me between my legs. Fortunately, it's the one without horns.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he just wanted some attention. Or do you want some hay, buddy?
Oh my. That wind is really picking up.
It's coming in.
My little corkscrew rope holder things have held pretty good. I have one that I need to put back in the ground because it did come out. But overall, they're doing a pretty good job of keeping the tent down, keeping the tarp in place. I'm pleased. Very happy.
I think we've had some, I don't know, 25 to 35 mile an hour wind gusts. I had to bring the awning in on the camper a bit because I could feel it rocking the camper this morning.
Yeah, this morning it was really blowing.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a pretty good test. I see a couple other places we might be able to cinch it down a little bit more, but...
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I think having that backside open over there to let the breeze go through helped a lot this morning with the wind.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, since our rain chances are so high and for the next however many hours, I'm just going to fill these guys and leave the little ones empty. Mm-hmm. And Herc's going to eat hay. He's feeling goaty today. It's a big boy. Boy, his whimpers, the sounds he's making out there to Mr. Bruno. He's ready.
Wants to play.
Bruno's wanted to play since day one. Just hope he's ready when it's time. Got to respect the big guy. Yeah, that's you, buddy.
Herc has been super playful this morning. His target, Luigi. These two have always played together like this.
Babe. What, are you playful?
Herc just gets so amped up on days like this because he has so much energy to burn.
Well, and this is why. Woo, buddy. Herc, don't take a horn to the face. Yeah, come on now. Hey. The problem is Ouija turns around and squares up, and Herc knows that. And he's like, I ain't scared of you, man.
Herc, Weege just wants to get out of the rain. Come on, Weege.
Herc, man, it's okay, bud. You're okay. Yeah, it's okay. Hercules, let him relax, bub.
Let him eat.
So, if you guys don't know, and these numbers are all over the board, but I've done plenty of research because the number one question I get when I tell people I have a pit bull Catahoula mix, a Petahoula, that's the Bruno man, they say, doesn't he have like the strongest jaw bite pressure of all dogs? And actually no, pit bulls don't. Dogs like him and even larger, specifically the Anatolian Shepherd. Hercules is half Anatolian Shepherd, half Great Pyrenees. So if I'm just evaluating based on the PSI, how hard they can bite, between a pit bull and an Anatolian, he's actually got about a 75 to 125 PSI stronger bite than a pit bull. The difference being, if that guy gets on you at about 300 PSI, which is kind of the top end, and he decides he's not letting go, you not only have a really bad injury, you also have a new dog ornament hanging from your arm or leg that you're gonna have to figure out how to pry those jaws apart and get him off you. And I have looked up, there's some tricks and things, but I'd rather just train him properly so that he doesn't ever do that. So they're two very differently built dogs with two very strong jaws that you don't want to be the recipient of a bite from. But it is fascinating, and I didn't realize how high they both were. But yes, Herc's is technically a little bit stronger than Bruno's.
Well guys, we got you fed before the rain came, but It's here.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to stay out here in the hay hut for a little bit to get back to your shelter when you're done eating hay. But they never could have done this before, babe.
Oh, no,
If
not
it was
at all.
raining, they just go in there with growling stomachs and be smacking at each other. So guys, we talk a lot about future plans and things we're gonna do, and then we get you excited that you think that in a matter of a day and a half or two between videos, that we're gonna have it done magically. Oh, that's an updraft. Oh. Lord, please, let it hold. But that's not reality, guys. These videos, when you see them, they're typically filmed. If you watch them the moment they come out, they're typically filmed that day. And then Shannon works really hard to get them prepared, edited, published, and everything for the evening. And then we start over the next day. So the reality is we put a lot of time in doing a lot of things out here. So sometimes that rapid progress, that impatience that some of us have, I have it too. It's not reality.
I was getting ready to say, I think it is unrealistic expectations, which I know more than anybody about unrealistic expectations.
She has unrealistic expectations.
I have the most unrealistic
Well,
expectations.
she creates the videos, so she hears me say these ideas and she's like, yes, that's the one I want him to do. I'm like, cool, give me 3.5 months and we'll have it done. So bear with us. But the reality is, Shannon and I are not naturally good at this. We didn't come into this, like we didn't grow up doing this stuff. We're city people. We had corporate jobs where our hands were soft and we were in AC and heat all the time. So you're out here to experience this with some newbies. And I think we're doing pretty well. But the reality is the maintenance and the preparation for the season changes and all that stuff, it takes a ton of time planning, going to town to get the materials and whatever we need, and then executing, and then putting a video together about it. So I do want to show you, we're making some progress. We know winter is coming. We're being ahead of it. We're going to be proactive. And I want to show you what we worked on yesterday. How was that fun?
He loves it.
Some of his hidden treasures.
Hey, you are not making this easy, man. Bruno, you gotta get off there, man. I really don't want you to break that foam. Come on, big guy, you gotta get off, okay?
Are you petting my goats, Mom? Why
Yeah.
don't you pet me instead?
Okay.
Thanks.
You're wet now, buddy.
It's raining.
I know, you guys stay in here where it's dry. Did you find your food in the shelter?
There's your size reference, guys. That's how big Herc is compared to Shannon. Look at the size of that dinosaur behind her. Oh, yep.
Okay, I don't want to get stepped on by Mr. Weed. Oh my goodness, man, that rain is coming down.
Bruno, go take cover, buddy.
Is he standing out in it?
I'm shaking it off and running, Mom.
Oh my goodness.
Bruno does know to get under the awning in front of the camper or go over to the bird coop, which is staying dry with that tarp on it right now. And yeah, that's another one of those projects. I'll get back to it, but we got a winter prep. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey. Stay cool, man, stay cool.
Herc's nudging me. You don't have two hands on me, Mom. Put both hands on
Babe,
me.
I feel a little nervous for you. Herc ain't scared, but
I'll move over here. How
you
about
gotta
that?
respect the hooves and horns. Dude, and they're biters too. You guys are biters, you're weird. You learned that from this one. Ah, turd. So we are well on our way to being as winterized as we know how to be. The water spigot up behind the camper is still insulated from when we ran into the problem last year.
Yep.
But we're gonna try to get, Herc's back there making it weird on Harry. Herc man, babe, yeah, okay. Weeds, you stay over there.
It's getting crazy in here. It's pouring down rain.
Yeah, I gotta run up to the camper and see if I got windows open on the wrong side.
So we are working on things, but you know, not a lot you can do in the rain.
Yeah, and here's something else you don't know. The furnace doesn't work in the camper. More on that. I'll tell you more about it. I'm working on it. I'm troubleshooting this morning. I watched some videos. The fan works, but it's not igniting. So it's either a sail switch or the electric igniter.
I'm glad you've gotten that far, babe.
Yeah, but I still got more to do. So, a lot goes on out here. It's not always the fun stuff that we want to do to see beautiful buildings erected, but the rain's coming in, so we're gonna make a run back up the hill. Guys, we love and appreciate you so much. We thank you for coming along on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.